Is necromancy overpowered? Well, today we're going to find out. Say hello to Morrowind, the Elder Scrolls game with a magic system that really does let you do whatever you want. This game was released in 2002, meaning that since then, Bethesda has somehow managed to re-release Skyrim 15 times. So surely without the constant Todd meddling and updates, this game is perfectly balanced. Well, no. This is a Bethesda Game Studio game, and that means that there's a certain janky charm. Unlike other developers, when balance is brought up, they simply choose to yeet it out of the window. This game is broken. This game is cheese. In fact, it's a game with so much cheese that the players compete to see who can pull off the most absurd exploits. As part of my quest to document every broken video game, today I will be attempting a necromancy-only challenge. Technically, this game does not have the ability to revive the dead in the same way you can in Skyrim, but you can conjure them into existence, which is basically the same thing. My goal is to demonstrate that this challenge is not a hindrance, and in fact it is completely broken, and will somehow let you become a god at level 1. So, let's go find out if being a necromancer is the white career path for you. I love the loading screens, they're so weird. Ooh, each event is preceded by prophecy, but without the hero, there is no event. A prisoner born on a certain day to uncertain parents was sent under guard. No, I didn't even get to finish it. What of the lore? What of the deep lore as my ears are ruptured? Oh my god, my ears are ruptured. Oh dear. Sorry, my sound card's not strong enough for that. I'm just gonna skip that. Ah, hello, Geob. What's my name? Ooh, what a great question. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we're of course going to be playing as the legendary Barry Boneraiser, the greatest necromancer of the land. This man can conjure a bone out of anyone. And that's not just because he's devilishly handsome. But anyway, Geob here is a lovely friend, and he's just woken us up from our slumber, although we're now going to be taken off of the ship by this guard, who looks amazing. Goodness, this game is just truly beautiful. Right, away we go. These walking animations are beautiful. Anyway, of course, Barry the Boneraiser, he's a dark elf, and he looks beautiful. You know what? This is gonna do perfectly. He looks like a smug young bastard, and that's exactly who Barry Boneraiser is. Right, there we go, guard. I will fit right in. Anyway, let's quickly make a character. Now, when it comes to class, I am, of course, from the upper variety, but for our character here today, we're going to be a sorcerer. This gives us a boost in the one important stat that I care about today, and that is conjuration, the ability to summon undead minions out of thin air. It doesn't really matter what level we are, you can beat this game at any level. It just requires thinking a little bit outside of the box. So here we are as a lovely little sorcerer. Then we need to pick up which sign we were born under. I'm going to pick up the mage as my star sign, just for the extra magicka, which will be useful. Now, of course, like all good necromancers, we're pretty much just stealing anything that isn't nailed down to the ground because, well, it can be sold for money. Now, we are going to follow the main quest for a very short period of time because that's going to give us a little bit of extra starting gold. So Celis here is going to ask for our lovely papers, and then this is going to give us a mission to go and see the wonderful Caius Cosades over in Balmora. This gives me 87 gold for the journey, which is lovely and wonderful. Out into this lovely little starting village we go. Right, fantastic. I've been able to garner some additional funds. We're up to 238 gold, which is glorious indeed. Now we must go off to Balmora so that our wonderful, glorious exploit and fun can begin. Now, whilst this game might look terrible, remember that back in the day, this game was something else. It still looked pretty bad for the time, mostly because it was a true sandbox. If a mission said the cave is somewhere to the east, you didn't really get a map marker being like, yes, here's the exact location of the cave. No, you just kind of had to bang your head against the wall until you found it. And that was kind of fun. Anyway, hello there, Davami. I could use your services getting to Balmora. So there we go. For 15 gold, off to Balmora we go. Yeah, why walk when you can ride? You're right, Selville. That's exactly why we use silt striders. The ultimate way to hustle your way about Morrowind. Oh, and this is an Argonian. This is what the Argonians used to look like. Look, let's just be glad that they changed the way Argonians looked. So what we do is we beeline over to this lovely house because we're looking for Caius Cosades, and luckily I can just hover on the door and it tells me it's his house. Now, Caius here is an interesting man. Not only is he old and jacked out of his mind, he's also a fan of the special kind of substance. He loves it. And look, there's his special spoon. He's only got the finest qualities of pipes. But of course, we're not going to judge this man. Instead, he's going to give us some money and tell us to go and join a guild. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So there we go. He's going to give me some orders right away and give me 200 gold. This has now raised my total amount of gold up to a very enjoyable 423. Pretty jazzy indeed. Anyway, let's join the Mages Guild. Wabam, there we go. And now that I've joined the guild, can I just loot them for all of their stuff? Yes, I can. It's a supply chest. And I'm a member of the guild, so of course they're just going to let me take everything out of their precious supply chest. Wonderful. Alright, down into the basement we go, where we can find the most overpowered feature in Morrowind that is missing from Skyrim, and honestly, it's an absolute shame that it is. That is, of course, spell making, because this wonderful individual here will allow you to make spells. If you know a magic effect, you can combine them in any way you like to create brand new spells. Like, for example, I can give myself a shield while summoning a ghost and giving myself water walking all at the same time. It's wonderful. You can get very creative with this. Right, now we're going to need two things here. We're going to speak to the wonderful Messaline Marion here, and we are going to buy one spell from her. The very jazzy Soul Trap spell for 75 gold. The Soul Trap spell in this game is pretty darn broken. Now what I'm going to do is speak to our lovely spell maker here and make a very useful spell indeed. It is going to be quite simple. Right, I'm going to set a Soul Trap on target for a duration of 1 second, and then after this I can put pretty much anything and it will become a permanent event. So I'm going to summon an ancestral ghost for a duration of 1 second on self as well. This is going to be my summon ghost boy spell. It cost me 16 gold to make this, but it's going to have a very interesting effect. You see, if I were to use my current summon spell, I only get my minion for 60 seconds. If they die or 60 seconds are up, they go away, and that's pretty darn useless. Alternatively, my summon ghost boy spell only lasts for 1 second, meaning I summon him in and he goes away instantly. But there's one magical thing about Morrowind, and that is the Soul Trap exploit. You see, if you have a spell that has Soul Trap enabled on it and you do something magical, that spell becomes permanent. Now, what is this magical overpowered skill that allows you to make any spell permanent? It is quite simply look at your feet. Yep, that's right. If you cast a Soul Trap spell for 1 second whilst looking at your feet, it becomes permanent. Allow me to demonstrate. I will look forwards and cast my spell. Here is my ghost and it goes away. Instead, if I look at the floor and cast my spell, you get that weird little animation and my ghost is here. He looks great, and interestingly, oh, he hasn't gone away at all. Now, of course, summoning an infinite amount of ghosty boys is cool, but we can definitely do a fair bit better. And so that's why we're going to create some new kinds of spells. So I'm going to make a brand new spell. That's right, it's going to be a Soul Trap on target for, of course, 1 second only, and we're going to summon a skeletal minion. This is going to be my Bone Boy spell. It is quite cheap to cast indeed. In fact, let's give it a try right now. Wabam! Oh, it's my Bone Boy. Look at him, he's amazing. He's genuinely looks great, and we can summon as many of him as we like. Oh, this is brilliant. Right, come with me, Boney Boy. We're gonna try and find some people to fight so we can see how good you are in combat, and then if we need to make any more improvements, we can. I've encountered our first enemy in the game. It is this little bug thing. Now, you might think, that is quite clearly a level 1 enemy. You can defeat that no problem. Well, sure, allow me to demonstrate. I'm going to use my bare hands. Oh, there's a rat as well. So these are 2 level 1 enemies, of course. Now, unfortunately, someone at Bethesda decided that this level 1 enemy should be able to paralyze you, and I physically cannot move. And of course, before the paralysis wears off, it's able to paralyze me again. This is pretty terrible indeed, and I am very likely going to die. There you go, I try punching, and I'm paralyzed. What brilliant gameplay, Todd. What an amazing job you did making this enemy. So yeah, despite wearing some light armor and just punching the heck out of this grub, I am unfortunately not exactly winning this combat, and it's very slow indeed. So I'll go back and I'll do this combat again, but this time I'll think smart. Instead of using my fists, I'll use my magic and summon my Bone Boy and another one, because every Bone Boy needs a friend. You two do seem stuck, so I'm just going to preemptively summon a few more backup protections. Right, so let's summon the group together. Here we go. We've got 5 Bone Boys in total. We're good to go now. Lads, let us kill this level 1 grub. Okay, we've got this. Look, there's a rat. There's a rat right there that's trying to aggro you. Goodness, what incredible gameplay we're watching here. Game of
of the year, by the way. I guess I'll just punch the rat. There we go. I punch the rat, and then immediately my skeletons go to town. Great job, boys. Right, and then I can find this grub and be like, yo, grub, punch. In goes the army. Look at them charge. Go, my bony boys. Go. One of them is paralyzed, but that's okay. There's enough of them to take up the slack. Splendid. Well, this thing clearly looks like some kind of evil tower, so I'm going to say that's a good thing for us as my lovely skeletons follow me on my adventure. I think there's a scamp over there. Yeah, I can clearly see a scamp in the distance. So there's a scamp. It's seen me immediately and wants to fight me. My bone boys are just going to stand here until he takes a swing at me. Bone boys, protect me. They're doing a great job of swinging and missing. Unfortunately, scamps have really high resistance chances against most weapons. Honestly, my ancestral ghost might have a better chance. Okay, yeah, I'm going to need an ancestral ghost. Quick, summon Ghost Boy spell. Ghost Boy away. Right, I've got 2 Ghost Boys in. They're going to use their magic fireballs, which are hopefully more effective on scamps. Right, 3 ancestral ghosts. There we go. Now we're getting some damage on that scamp. There we go. Scamp defeated. Oh, is this an entrance? Entrance to a shrine. I might need a few more ghosts for this, but why not? Level 1. Can I take on this shrine? That is quite clearly a grumpy looking dark elf. Let me just summon some extra ghosts. There we go. That's some extra ghosts. Oh, yeah, that's looking pretty angry to me. That's very angry to me. Ghosts, ghosts, intervene. Good job, ghosts. Right, they're all going to cast fireballs of some variety. And there we go. Yes, stun lock and punch. They're doing a great job. Now, of course, ghosts can't really be hit by most weapons. So this poor woman clad in very expensive armor and with a very expensive sword can't really do much. Oh my goodness. It's so effective. How much health does she even have? Can I just like jump past her? Oops. No, I can't jump past her. That was a bad idea. All right, let's do this encounter again. All right, there we go. She's on her way. The ghosts have activated. It's ghosting time. Yeah, ghosty boys, go. Yes, they're so effective. Let me try a single bone boy in this mix. You know, he might be able to help. He's got a mace. He's swinging it. I'm just gonna go make myself a cup of tea whilst this fight goes on, because this could take a while. But I mean, if we can defeat this person, surely we can just defeat Dagoth Ur, the final boss of the game. If I can summon enough ghosts and skelly boys, anything's possible. Right, let me just walk past her. There we go. She can go do her thing. Oh my goodness, there's other people in here. There's other people in here. Jump. Let me pass. Let me pass. Oh god, more minions. More minions. Quick. Minions, quick. Woohoo. Okay, right. First lady down. There we go. Yes, we dealt with them. Lovely. Right, let me try and sidestep my way around my minions. Just crowd surf over them. Right, now let's go into this shrine. There's another man. There's another man. Help me, my minions. You know, I'm just going to go this way a bit. And my minions have to come into the room, which then means my minions have to fight him. Come on. There we go. Minions, you can see him. He's right there. They'll get to him eventually. He's busy running around. Right, what do we got here? Gold. Nice. I like gold. Oh my goodness. Is he casting magic on me? Minions, come here. Good. Good. You see him? Get him. Get him, minions. Yes, there we go. Now they've got him. Stun lock him. This guy is wearing some very fancy armor now. Although, my goodness, he's actually cleaving through my summons, like, very easily. Okay, let's summon more. I will just look at the ground and summon more. He's able to one-hit them, but can he match my rate of summoning? That's what we'll have to find out. Oh my goodness, there is a graveyard forming in front of me in terms of just summons. Oh my goodness, this is getting messy. Just look at me go. Just summoning more and more into the fight. Go, my pretties. He stands atop a throne of chaos. He's dead. Oh my goodness, we defeated him. Oh, jeez. Now that was an enemy. Let me steal all of this gold. Look at all of these corpses. This is just such a mess. I'm never going to be able to find this corpse, am I? No, it's physically impossible. There's so many ash piles. Well, I did it. Okay, that's some demons killed. This is all it took. Just a few skeletons, not many. I think I've deserved this gold. And now I guess let us leave this dungeon. Come on, gang. Let's try and make my way back to the town, as I think it's pretty clear I need to become more overpowered. This just isn't going to cut it. The bone boys are great, but the rest of my stats are abysmal. I'm going to travel back to Balmora because very simply, if we go out into the temple, we should be able to very easily buy a spell called Divine Aid. Let's go find the temple. Right, fantastic. I found the one spell I want. It is any of these fortify spells. Of course, Divine Aid, pretty useful spell indeed. However, any spell that fortifies is very useful indeed. So I'm going to buy this Fortify Intelligence spell. That's pretty darn jazzy. In fact, you'll even offer me a a spell making service. This allows me to create a fortify attribute spell, and you can probably see exactly where this is going to go. So soul trap on target for only 1 second, and then fortify attribute. Well, of course, we're going to have to go for the wonderful attribute of intelligence. Yes, we're going to go for a magnitude of 100. Duration, of course, is 1 second. If this spell were to work the way it's intended, then for 1 brief second, my character would be the most intelligent person. This is going to be my big brain spell. So let me quickly equip my lovely big brain spell, look down at the ground and cast it. Now, every time I cast it, my intelligence is raised. The more intelligence I have, the more my total magicka can be, which is very jazzy indeed. Yes, my intelligence is now up to 125. This is very smart. I'm going to increase my intelligence even more.
A few moments later.
Right, I've made 2 brand new spells that should massively improve my life. Spell number 1 is very simple. It is speed. By casting speed, I'm going to improve my speed attribute. In fact, I've literally just doubled it to 100. Now I can move a decent bit faster, but realistically, let's get this up to 200 so that I can move even faster. There we go, that's more like it. Although I might need to go faster in order to defeat the final boss. So let me take this up to 300. Oh my goodness, look at these side steps. Oh my goodness, look at these dance moves. Oh my. Right, now we just need to go and find the final boss of the game. Because I don't think Barry Boneraiser is technically killable anymore. He has ascended into godhood, which is, you know, exactly how I'm sure the developers intended me to play the game. So here's the world map. Pretty much here is where we want to head. So I will face this direction, and I guess I want to levitate. All right, so I've got this fancy levitate spell, and this is just going to allow me to fly. Whee! Look at me go. Now, annoyingly, to stop you from finishing the game early, they built this giant barrier that you can't go through. How frustrating. Luckily, the developers just, you know, they gave you a levitate spell. They expect you to use it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Ow, my kneecaps. So I think we basically need to go up and into this volcano. Geez, this place is just madness. Okay, I'm going to climb up over this mountain. And up I go, up I go. Right, okay, Dagoth Ur is literally just there. So if I cast levitate and fly in this direction, we should land perfectly on Dagoth Ur's location. Just keep flying. Fly on down. This looks like it. Yeah, this looks like it. Big swirly mist of chaos. Dagoth Ur! We found him, ladies and gents. Right, okay. I might only be level 1, but I've made it inside the facility, and I'm in. Here we go. Welcome to Dagoth Ur's big labyrinth, where we're basically screwed in this environment. There is no way we are meant to win this, but luckily I'm just going to summon myself some bone boys, and the bone boys are going to save me. Or at least I, you know, expect them to. Let's go, bone boys. This is going to be good fun. It's nice that there's not really any enemies around. Take that back. That's a boy of some variety. Are my skellies coming? Skellies, can you come on? Okay, I guess you guys just genuinely can't navigate stairs. Incredible. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to switch to summoning ghost boys. There you go. Look, my ghost boys can now fight him instead. Much better. Oh, look, a dead adventurer. Oh, a hat. Oh, I've got a new hat and I look amazing in it. Whoa. Yeah, bone boys, look at you go. Oh my goodness, all of the bone boys are coming down. This is incredible. Look at the riveting action. Oh, there we go. We defeated him. Easy peasy. Ooh, he has an amulet. Sixth house amulet. Drain personality on self. Wow. It's like owning an NFT. Right, okay. Well, that was actually a very easy fight. Guess I could try and take all of my bone boys up here into the inner tower. Let's go. Okay, and I found some crazy good equipment. Oh, yes. This is good. All glass armor. This is some of the most expensive items in the game, and I've just found them for free on this guy's body. That's very nice of him to drop those for me. Right, I guess into the Dagoth Ur facility cavern. This is where we will find Dagoth Ur himself, where we get our opportunity to fight him for the first time. We can defeat him here, but it is not technically permanent. That said, he is very powerful, and I have 13 health. I am, of course, going to cheese everything out of this and summon a lot of skeletons. All right, I've summoned about 30 level 1 skeletons. They are still terrible. Anyway, hello, Dagoth Ur. It's me, Nerevar. God, I love Dagoth Ur so much. Why have I come unprepared? I brought my bone friends, Dagoth Ur. Don't laugh at me. It's outcome I did not foresee that you would come unprepared. What do you mean? Right, bare hands. punch Dagoth Ur. Go, Skelly boys, go! Fight him! Yes, my Skelly boys! Right, who will win? Place your bets now. 30 Skelly boys or Dagoth Ur? There's only one way to find out. Go, my lovely boys, go! I mean, many of them physically can't reach him in his current position, but they are swinging. They are swinging for the fences, and they are going for... Oh my god, they got him. That was so quick! What? Maybe this is overpowered. Great, well that's Dagoth Ur v1 defeated. That's actually kind of crazy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we proved that yes, you can defeat Dagoth Ur with around about 15 skeletons. And before you go into the comment section, yes, I know Dagoth Ur isn't actually defeated. You then have to go into a different chamber and then use a bunch of quest items to hit a heart. The problem is that's not very fun or interesting, as I'm here to smash the game not by doing the main quest, but by summoning a bunch of minions to do it for me. So I now stand in front of the major city of Vivec, quite possibly the most powerful and important city of the land. And what I am going to do is very simply defeat them with my brand new spell, Bone Lordin. Bone Lordin, unlike all previous spells, summons a Bone Lord. As you can tell, he's pretty good. He's got a spooky little head on him and a bunch of hands. Summoning this bad boy inside a settlement, I'm pretty sure is an imperial crime. So what I'm going to do is summon a very, very, very large amount of them and then march my way into the city and see how long the civilians can last. So I'm going to get to work summoning a lot of them. Already their noises are ever so slightly layering on top of each other. I can already sense that something's going to go slightly wrong. I mean, you might not be able to see my army coming, but you're definitely going to be able to hear them. Oh my goodness, look at my small army of ghost bone lords. Look at them go, all of them in their lovely golden robes, doing the conga line around just for me. Right, okay, I think my army is ready and assembled. Listen to the choir. Oh my goodness, this is perfect. Right, let's walk into the city of Vivec. Come on, my bone boys. Form an orderly queue as we go around the city. Jesus, so many of them. So many bone lords. Okay, the bone lords are moving successfully. The pathfinding is pretty challenging indeed for them. I don't think Morrowind was designed with this many individuals in mind. Ah, the foreign quarter. In we go with all of our bone boys. Wow, look at all of these individuals here, having a nice time. I don't believe I've seen a dark elf with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? Unfortunately, you can help me. You can help me by dying. Okay, I'm just going to equip my fists and punch. There we go. Right, bone lords, go. They are just repeatedly casting magic bombs, and she's dead. That's my crime reported, but the bone lords are away, dealing with all of the various guards. They've backed this guard into a corner. Rip him. They are very much dead. I know you're Barry Bone Razor, the notorious outlaw. Let me out of here. No, it's punching time. Bone lords, do it. Come on, bone lords, coming up the stairs. Ah, yes, you violated the law. I'm going to be resisting the arrest for obvious reasons. Ow, he cast magic at me. Cast magic back at him. And, well, this poor guy, not much to be done with him. He tried. And then pretty much just all of the other innocents around here. We're going to be punching them. So there we go. They're all gone. Okay, I've made my way inside the center of Vivec, where one guard thinks they can stand against the Bone Lord army, or at least what left I have of the army. The rest is stuck pathfinding elsewhere. Who are you? You're just a random person walking around? Well, I'll give you a punch. I'll give you a punch. What about you? Oh, you're an Argonian. You've definitely got to get a punch. For trust me, the world's better off without you. Wow, you guys are literally just getting one shot. Right, I've made my way over to this nice, swanky-looking island, and oh my, looks like the guards don't like me. Hello there, Nolossi. You're just some kind of guard. Well, I'm going to have to punch you, I'm afraid. But don't worry, the Bone Lords are here. Oh my goodness, you're trying to cast evil magic at me. Hello, and who are you? Oh no, I'm not allowed to buy spells because I've been expelled from the temple. Well, get punched. Hehe, revenge. Ah, you silly guards trying to stand up to the might of the Bone Razor. Oh, here's another one. Run away from the guards after I punch them. Let the Bone Boys do the work. Bone Boys. You know, I'm just going to levitate above the battlefield. Oh, with this character's death, the thread of prophecy is severed. Restore a save game or persist in this doomed world. Nope, I think I will persist in this lovely doomed world of my creation. It is glorious and magical.
And there we have it. Necromancy is indeed completely overpowered. It turns out that fighting enemies is made a lot easier when you have 700 assistants that you can simply delegate the combat to. If you enjoyed this video, then you best give it a like, else there will be grave consequences. And of course, hop into the comment section and tell me what the most overpowered and broken thing you've done in an Elder Scrolls game is. Doesn't have to be Morrowind, it could be Oblivion, it could be Skyrim, it could even be the brand new terrible